back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial using the new Morphe brushes, the Imagination palette, in collaboration with Maddie Ziegler. You guys know that Morphe brushes has just been coming out with palettes and doing a lot of collaborations this year with Saweetie, and then doing the Coca-Cola collaboration and Maddie Ziegler. And I just think it's great. It's super fun, and I really like that they're giving artists and just like different people a chance to have like a makeup collaboration. Don't forget to subscribe down below, turn on your post notifications, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. In today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup look using the Maddie Ziegler The Imagination palette. Morphe released this a few weeks ago, and this is what the palette looks like. I'm going to do a quick little overview of the palette just because it does have some imprints. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen them already, but there's like a butterfly, an eye, some lips. So there are some shimmers on here. I think this whole row is matte, some mattes over here. So I really like that she incorporated a lot of mattes. I know that Maddie Ziegler maybe caters more for like the really soft look, so I really like that. I know that Morphe just recently announced their whole like #2 line. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade Rumor 2. I'm trying to look for a brush for my outline. I guess I could use this one. I'm just going to use like an angled brush. I'm literally just using that to carve out my brows. I'm gonna take my brush and just kind of pat it in place. So I did just upload a haul video, so I'm super excited for you guys to see it. Well, you guys are already watching it as we speak, and you guys might have already watched it while I filmed this video, but I literally just uploaded it like a couple of hours ago, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it because I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna really enjoy the palettes that I'm gonna share with you guys. They're palettes that I've been wanting, and they're also palettes that are new indie brands that I recently discovered. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in. Alright, so the first shade that I'm gonna be gravitating towards, I really did want to use the shade Go Home, so I'm going to be using a small blender brush to apply that into my crease, and maybe I'll use some of the other shades, but for right now I just want to take a small pointed blender brush. This is from Lamora. I got these off Amazon, and I'm just going to be taking the shade Go Home. First initial thought, it does have some fallout. So I'm just going to be applying that into my crease. Did I say I was going to do a soft look? I'm pretty sure I said that, but I guess that went south. So you can pat it, you can swipe it, but I know it's better if you pat. I just kind of want to set that base. So yeah, like I was saying, I was really excited for you guys to see that video. I haven't done a haul in like about a month, so it was just time to get back into my like hauls that I do. But I think I'm gonna try to do like a haul once a month, because I'm also trying to cut down on just buying things that I'm actually really interested in. It's already overwhelming how much products I have, so I definitely want to focus on being able to use all of my makeup. Alright, so now I'm going to take a blender brush. Just trying to look for the right one. I'm going to take one from Amazon. This is what it looks like. And I think I'm going to go into the shade called She Insists. Just like that shade. So yeah, I'm like super excited for all the new makeup releases. I know that while I'm filming this, ColourPop is releasing a new eyeshadow palette, which actually I'm still contemplating if I will actually go through and purchase it, just because it looks very, very similar to the She's Got Solstice palette. And honestly, I just don't feel like buying palettes that I know I'm not going to gravitate towards that much. I definitely just want to focus on palettes that will inspire me and I'll get excited about. And that palette is just kind of meh. And I also really don't like how, and a lot of people have been talking about it, it's just kind of like, you know, they're not catering to every single skin tone with making such a light palette. So I definitely do agree with that, and I definitely think that ColourPop is lacking creativity. You know, I definitely get excited when they release palettes, and I really like the tie-dye collection, but this new palette is kind of underwhelming. I really like that combination of shades actually. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of Go Home to deepen it up once again, and then blend it out with more if she insists. So definitely I'm really excited to get my hands on the new Artist Couture palette. It doesn't get onto Sephora until the 28th of July. So I definitely think that's when I'll be purchasing it. I know I can purchase it right off of this website on artistcouture.com, but I just feel like I want to use my 500 points and get it for $20. Well, at least for a lot cheaper than I would have on his website. So I'm gonna wait for the date and then I'll get it. I really wanted to get the Pure Christie palette, but it did sell out on Ulta, and it also did sell out on Pure Cosmetics. The first time it launched was a complete disaster, but that's completely fine. It is what it is. So I think I'm actually going to be using this limited edition Acid Rain base to do a halo eye, and then I'm going to set it with that shade called Mint in the palette. So hopefully it works out. I'm just going to take a little bit. It's like a super neon green, by the way. So I'm super excited to put this on my lid. But yeah, for sure, I definitely think that, actually, let me grab a Q-tip. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the Garnier Micellar Water, and I'm going to be taking a Q-tip, and I'm going to be cutting my crease just because I definitely want to put that base on a clean surface. So let me just kind of look off to the side. So I cut a little bit more than I would normally, just because I definitely want to have enough space to blend out the shade. So now I'm going to just take that base . Now that we're here, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. So I'm going to go ahead and set that base, and then we're going to focus on blending out the edges. I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. J Kissa J1 brush. It's part of their collaboration. Like I said, I was going to take the shade called Mint. So I'm just going to be applying some of that on top of the base. I'm just going to take some of Go Home, blend it in. So now I'm just going to take that same brush that I took She Insists with, just go around the edges. Okay, so next I'm going to jump into the Milk Hydro Primer. It's a really good primer, so I'm just going to take some and apply it literally all over my face. It's to the point where I feel like it's getting a little bit tacky. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in with my foundation. I think I'm just gonna be using the Dose of Colors foundation, taking my beauty blender and just using that to pat it into my skin. Okay, so now that I'm done with my foundation, I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer. Today I feel like using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Concealer. So I'm just going to take that and apply it underneath my eyes. I just don't really like how small the applicator is because then I can't really get in anywhere. So yeah, I'm just blending out my foundation. I mean my concealer. Alright, now that we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and contour. So just adding that to where I normally would contour. So I'm just going to take like a small little concealer brush to get on my nose. I always like to kind of blend anything I can out slightly. Gonna use my beauty blender. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly set my face. So for my face, I've been using this Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade number 10. I've been really into this powder just because honestly it has like a little bit of a tint to it. Well, actually all of them do. There's not a translucent one, and I just really like that. She sets very, very nicely. So I'm just going to take some on my beauty blender and just set underneath my eyes. I pretty much just use it to set, but if you do want to bake, you can do that. I just like to really set my face. Makes my skin look really smooth. gonna set somewhere. Always my fine lines because mama don't have money right now to be paying Botox. And then I'm just gonna take some more to set the rest of my face. Alright, so once I've set my face a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the lower lash line. For the inner corner and the lower lash line, I definitely want to use the palette. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this shade called Go Home. Again, it's, by the way, I used this shade right here, this shade, and then the mint shade. So just to let you guys know what I've used. I've really been liking minimal things on my lower lash line, so I'm just going to take an angled brush into the shade called Go Home and go into my lower lash line. So, and then I just want to take a little, like a small little blending brush to that. And then for the inner, I think I want to add a little bit of that neon. So I'm just going to take another like very small pencil brush. And I just want to take a little bit of that shade called Like Butter. Just put it kind of like in the inner corner. I'm going to take some of Godmom into the inner corner. It's a really pretty shade actually. For my blush today, I really just have been enjoying the limited edition blush lighter palette from Wet n Wild. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that on my Real Techniques brush and just pick up some of the blush and add it to my cheeks. Just grabbing a little bit and applying it to my nose. I'm going to take a little bit of the Melt Cosmetics Stargazer, which is just a beautiful champagne shade. I'm gonna take some my finger to apply some to my inner corner, to the tip of my nose, taking some on my Makeup Shack T12 brush and just adding some on top of my cheekbones. Adding some to my cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just stop that bake now. And just adding some setting spray before I go in with mascara and my falsies. Just taking my little fan. Alright guys, so you've made it to the end of the video. This is the completed look using the Morphe brushes Maddie Ziegler The Imagination palette. I reviewed the Coca-Cola collection that I will leave linked up above, and I also wanted to review this one. I really do like the colors of it, and I feel like at first I kind of looked at it and I saw something boring, but the more I looked at it, the more I was impressed with the actual shade range, and I really love the look that I created with it. I think that if you're interested in this palette, you can do something really bold like me, or you can do something completely neutral with a pop of color. So this is definitely great for every single person. Let me know what you guys would like to see me review next. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you guys are always up to date on when I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.